Thanks, Julie. Thanks, Julie. What was this outcome that you so beautifully came up with as as the golden takeaway today?
I realized that part of the reason this issue came up for me was a fear from something that happened with a friend. I shared with her a piece that had come through me and that I had planned to share on my YouTube channel. And it came from my own experience of how I could wasn't able to meet my own pain and the way that I had learned to deal with it in response, and that it was the opposite of the way that some other people deal with it.
Yeah,
And she and I'll just say the way that I learned was the only way I could meet my because I couldn't meet my pain was to take on the responsibility for all of it and hate myself. And what I see playing out in the world is the other way. People have learned that it's never them, it's always the other, and so they hate the other. And both things come from not being able to meet our own pain. And in the not meeting of it, we we lash out either at ourselves or others. And so my invitation was a different way of doing it. And she heard this as an accusation rather than an invitation.
mm,
I've done this and I keep doing this, and it's too hard for me to change, and it would take energy I don't have. And she was so triggered. And I responded in the way I always had, feeling like it was my own fault and I was responsible for all of it. And that old pattern of self judgment and hate and blame came up. And so I just realized that in this moment, and that's very powerful. Like, how
yeah,
can I meet? And what we just did in the session was find a way for me to meet that in myself rather than push it away, resign, unplug. And so I'm realizing that part of the reason it came up was because I was afraid if I posted this, other people would respond the same way, would blame me, would judge me, and the cycle would repeat. And so, what I had just said to you was that what I can do is own when I send it out. This is an invitation. This is simply an invitation for a different way of looking at this dynamic in yourself, in others. The possibility that you could meet your own pain instead of beating yourself with it instead, or blaming another instead. And it's yours to do with what you will. You can make it into a paper air, hit transcribe, make it, print it up, make it into a paper airplane. Let me know how it flies. Or you can use it to transform your life and the world around you. And the realization that I can offer it so clearly and so cleanly this way sets me free, and I think also sets other people free to receive it or not, because it's always our own choice.
such beautiful words. So eloquent, Julie. Thanks very
And my
much.
desire always is to invite us each into our own power, our own grace, our own divinity.
Beautiful. Well, we'll keep going. Thanks very much.
Thanks, Andre.